what we're going to do is I have iced a piece of cardboard, and that's what this is. And the reason I did it on cardboard instead of the regular sheet cake that I wanted to do is that I can't hold up the cake without it falling. So I made my work surface on the cardboard, and we're going to decorate that just as if it's a sheet cake. So everybody will have to pretend with me tonight, okay? And we're going to use buttercream icing. We're going to do a little Halloween scene on the cake. Perfect. Okay, you just want to rub this across like this. And it doesn't have to be anything spectacular. But you want the white to show through. You don't want it to just be globbed on there. And I want to do half of my board in this. So half of your cake is what you're going to do. And I know it looks kind of ridiculous right now, but you'll get the sense of it once we get going. Okay. And I actually like doing this kind of stuff because you can get kind of crazy and it doesn't really matter. Okay, so this is what you should have, and I'm just going to take my knife and kind of smear this a bit into the white so that I can lessen the darkness of the black color. Okay, I look like a little kid that's done some finger painting. Okay, then you're going to take green icing and do the same thing, but we're going to do that at the bottom here. And this is going to create our grassy area. So I'm just going to wipe this down in there. And this one you don't need as much. I'm going to put a little bit more though. Okay, there we go. We're getting it. And I'm going to go a little higher. Maybe up just, yeah, right in there. So we've got a green scene and a black scene. Pretty genius, huh? Looks crazy. Alright, now I'm going to grab my bag of icing, and in it I have a brown color, and I'm using icing tip number 12 for this one. Trying to get the cover off. And what I want to do now is I'm going to create like a fence scene. Let me move. Now I need that there though. And all I'm going to do is just take this across and pipe a line. Oh, I didn't mean to mess that up. And I messed it up again. Okay. My icing's too cold. And then a third line. Okay. Let me smooth this one out a bit. And then take lines and come down every so often. And if you want to leave a gap or whatever, you know, that's up to you. I like to leave a little bit of a gap in the center there. So then you have your fencing going across your board. And I'm going to use this to fix that a bit because that's bothering me. But you really don't have to worry about it. On this kind of thing, it's okay if it looks jagged or, you know, a little off, because you're just doing a scene. And once it's all complete, it'll look just fine. And it'll give you the whole gist of it. Okay, so this is what you got. You got your sky scene, your grassy area, and your fencing. Now the next thing I want to do is draw a tree. And I want a large tree, and I'm going to use the same brown that I used to create my fencing. I'm just going to move this way. Try and do it this way so that I can see what I'm doing. All I'm going to do is start up here, and I'm just going to come down and go off to the side. Start in the middle and come down and go the other direction as well. And I'm building on this as I go because I want it to look kind of 3D. And then we're going to go up here with some others and come down.
Kristen said it's hard to work upside down.
It is really hard to work upside down, let me tell you. But just add in different areas to your tree, and you can build onto it and make it thicker as you go, okay? Because I want to add a few more areas onto this, and I want to come up here and just add some different limbs coming around, and maybe one coming over to the side here. So that's all you want to do, is just do a tree and have different branches coming upwards, and then make sure there's a few coming down in your root area down here as well.
Do you use regular buttercream for decorating too?
Yes, I'm using regular buttercream. And it's about I've got a medium consistency that I'm using for this. I've tried to use a thicker, stiffer icing, but it's really hard to get out of these tubes, as you know, out of your icing tips and stuff. And then you get going and it splitters and splatters and makes a huge mess. Okay, so we got our tree. And the next thing I want to do is make some corn stalks over here on this side. So I have a lighter color, and what I did with this, let me show you. I've taken my brown paste, and to that I added a little bit of yellow. And it gives you a kind of a, I don't know what you want to call it, like a mustard color almost. But we're going to use this to make some stalks over here on the side. And down here I want to start by doing just a round circle, okay? Just push your tip down and just let the icing spread out a bit. And then come up and stop right there above your fence. And then I'm going to do another one down here beside that and come up and stop at the fence. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to use my icing tip to start up here and come down into that, so that it looks like real stalks, okay? And then you can thicken this up a bit more coming down. Like that. Hopefully you guys can see that right. I want to add another one there. Okay. And I think I'll do another one over here. One coming out over here. And then down here I want to add another circle because I want it to be a little thicker at the bottom. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay.